Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, baby mums and baby dads, welcome back to another episode of Take It to the Rim podcast with myself, Rods, aka number 10. Here we go again. Yeah, man, my boy's doing
your boy.
it.
You criticised
You're
him.
so fickle, man.
Yeah.
What did I? What? No,
It's
no,
all
no.
over Instagram,
No,
bro. You've
no,
been
no,
criticising
no.
the guy.
This is what I mean. This is what you guys do all the time, and this is wrong.
But Ronnie,
No, I don't know.
we record this podcast. We have video evidence. Yeah.
No,
what are you saying?
We're lying.
Listen, look, I don't think you're listening. Yeah, where's RS? Because I said to Simmons, obviously I said what he has been doing, but I also did always say he just needs that one game where he's aggressive and he realizes, you know what, I can do this, and he'll flip the switch. I always said that.
And you know what?
I always did.
He did it. What? 2 games before
3?
they played Philly? No, 2 games before they played Philly.
Yeah,
Yeah, both games actually. Yeah, back-to-back games.
yeah. So
The less said about that game, the better.
that's what I'm saying, man.
I mean, you gonna introduce us, or you just gonna talk about your boy Ben Simmons?
Yeah, I'll just ride it like.
Apparently,
Bruv, I need everything I can get, bro. We got LA Jills in the building,
yeah, I'm here.
and we got we got Clipper Cam in the
Why
ambulance.
does he sound so sad?
You guys have to understand, yeah. When your nation's in the World Cup, yeah, footballing World Cup, this gets deep. And Ghana just lost to Portugal, like a moment of not even an hour ago. So right now I'm fighting through the emotions, but we live in it. We move. Like bun all these Portuguese dons in it. Like if you want beef, come outside, innit? Or you Madeira Portuguese dons, and you're. I don't even like Nando's.
By the way,
I don't like Nando's.
That's just him, not me.
I don't care. I don't care. I would say though, quick shout out to the brother who did Ronaldo's celebration. Bro, he's nuts. You're 3-2 down and you're out here doing suey.
Alright, but yeah, I'm here.
We got Clipper Cam in the ambulance
What's good?
because he's going to A&E
I gotta go
to
pick
get
up my guys.
I need to get your guys.
Fuck's sake.
Man said from
And
day to day, Davis.
And away we go. So, you've been in that ambulance for a minute.
For a minute, bro.
No, but you got one of them out though. You did get one of them out.
Bro, they keep taking turns between the two of them.
They're taking the piss now. They're actually taking the piss. Like, you guys went in, and it's mad because the potential of the team and those boys are they can't do it. Ian Bill, they've got nothing left. Like, Paul George is there, takes the West Coast final, cool. Then he's trying to, last season do what he can, cool, play-ins, without play-ins, would have been in, whatever. Kawhi now, been out for a minute, he's come back, he's out, he's come back, he's out. Like, what is going on with him? What is going on with Kawhi? Because Paul George, at least we've seen him on the floor for a long spurt of time. Kawhi now,
I'm gonna go against it. I don't. Paul George hasn't been around for like consistently for that long. Like,
okay, but we've seen more of Paul George out there
I guess,
rather than
but
Kawhi.
that's only because Kawhi tore his ACL. If Kawhi didn't tear his ACL, I promise you, I would have missed the exact same amount of time. Because, all right, let's go back to bubble season. Yeah, Paul George came into the Clippers team injured. Yeah, Kawhi was also load managing as well because of his knee. Yeah. Paul George hurt his shoulder, going to the bubble, had a terrible bubble.
Did he hurt? Because I know that he had that offseason, he had a surgery. Yeah, he had the surgery, yeah.
They're different things, yeah, 100%. Then the following year, Kawhi's still load managing. Paul George is still only just coming back from his shoulder surgery that he had, where he even said like I'm not saying that's exactly why he blamed his struggles in the bubble for pandemic P arising, but whatever. Now let's talk about now, because now is what's more stressful. Kawhi started the season. He said his knee didn't feel right, so he took some time off. Kawhi now came back. He said his knee is good. And what's he going to do? Sprain his ankle. Big man, I beg you, just play 50 games. I beg you, just play.
So it's his ankles why he's out, not his knee.
His knee's fine now. He sprained his ankle in the last game.
That boy don't want to play.
Stress, bro. Fucking stress.
That boy don't want to play.
And then obviously PG has been out the last few games as well with a knee injury. I don't really know what's going on with that as well.
Because I haven't seen, like, even after he broke his leg, I haven't seen him be injured for anything lower body.
It's not.
It's always been shoulder. That's it.
Yeah.
So,
But yeah, he's got a knee thing now. They're both, and I saw a report they're out like indefinitely. Like there's no date there's no like schedule of return for either of them.
that is crazy because we talk about AD a lot.
Oh no, yeah, we do.
We talk about AD a lot.
We do.
A&E,
Day to day,
anything Davis. Like we do, we say a lot about Anthony Davis. Kawhi, come around the corner, please, because he's missed more time.
Oh no, they have. I think combined, both of them, AD's played more games than both of them. I think. Like it's bad, man. It's terrible. As a Clippers fan, it's upsetting to see. I mean, when we made the trade and the free agency signing of Kawhi and the trade for PG, in my head I'm like, bro, like we're contenders.
A chip has to come out.
100%
the time that they're there.
Right now, like, I'm not saying that it's over for us. I still think we're still favourites in this situation because I've seen we've spoken about it on this podcast many times. This bench go deep. Pause.
How deep does it?
Nah, come on. No, but like you know what I mean though. Like we're a 15-man roster, and by that means anyone can get on the court at any moment in time and hopefully affect the game. So I still have faith that we're gonna win games, but I can't lie to you and say, you know, we're like favourites to win the whole thing now. You know, I think we're gonna end up being like a 5th or a 6th seed, depending on how much time these two guys miss. And it's stressful. I can't lie, man. I'm still waiting on a finals appearance. We got Kawhi in 2019, 2020. We are now in 2022, 2023. So that's what 3-4 seasons. 19, 20, 21. This is the 4th season Kawhi's been a Clipper.
And he personally hasn't actually touched a Western Conference final. Paul George has.
Look,
I don't care about the Western. I need finals appearances.
That's what I mean. It's you gotta be there.
That's the thing. Yeah, it's mad because like, where do you actually go from here? Because, not saying I highly doubt, you lot are gonna trade them. You most likely gonna resign. You're gonna keep them 100%.
It's not even about that.
It's frustrating because then it's like since you like. If we look at the timetable, the timeline, since you've been there, so was it the 2019, 2020?
So the bubble year?
Bubble year.
We had...
Disappointing.
We had a second round exit.
Yeah, because
We beat Dallas in 6.
Lost to the Nuggets.
And then
we lost to
Nuggets
in 7.
Blew a 3-1.
Yep.
Then didn't the year after you done the same thing as well?
The following year...
Against the Mavs, am I right?
Was it?
We went 7. We went 7 with the Mavs. We didn't blow a 3-1 lead. We went 7 with the Mavs.
No, you beat the Mavs again. That's correct.
Yeah.
We went 7 with the Mavs. We beat Utah.
Well, that's you went to Western Conference Final, wasn't it?
Yeah. And then we lost to Phoenix in the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah.
The year after that, obviously, we were in 7th seed playing, and we ended up not even making it.
Yeah, it's mad because then that year you blew a 3-1. Arguably could have been it.
It should have been it.
It should have because
that should have been the finals appearance. If they were fit, that would have been though.
I mean, we would have had to play you guys in it, and then we would have seen what it really was. But 100%, the whole year.
I'm talking about the year that Suns got to the finals.
Oh, when Kawhi. That's when Kawhi.
That's
when
Kawhi.
Okay, yeah.
So that was back
I think to me, that's the year.
I think so.
That
as well,
they
but
could have won it.
Yeah,
I think
that year
definitely were the best in the West.
Yeah, that
Fully
year would have been better for them to play the Bucks.
The thing for me that makes it tough, and I don't regret the trade we made at all. But what makes it even tougher is that seeing how good Shea is. Like it's
He's
insane
He is insane.
That he's definitely going to be an all-star this year.
Mm-hmm.
He could I don't know if he'll make an all-NBA team because of how tough it is. But again, like in terms of his position right now, he's playing like a top 3 player in his position right now, and I don't think many people can argue about that.
The thing is, so obviously it hurts to see Shea is now if he was in the Clippers, he won't. Not saying that he won't be good, but he wouldn't have developed as much now. Obviously.
But we saw that though.
Yeah, no, we saw how good he was.
I always knew
in his
Shea would
rookie
have been this
yeah,
good
in
though.
his rookie season. It would have been because that would have been a three-headed monster. You could put Shea at the point, Paul George, Kawhi. That would have been disgusting. And especially even if he was there at that time when you guys were at Western Final, Shea being there, I think that you with him,
Yeah, but
you could have gone.
they would never have accepted that trade without giving up
yeah.
Shea.
So-
Thunder knew what they were doing.
Because he looked so good after his rookie year playing. Because
Yeah,
remember,
they
we
had
made
to.
the playoffs, in Shea's rookie year, with him and Pat Bev as the starting backcourt, Lou Williams and Montrezl Harrell coming off the bench.
Yeah.
And we
And
played,
they-
we played the Warriors in the first round.
Took them to 6 games.
Yeah, we took 2 games off them.
And that was when they were both basically 6th men of the year, innit? Like
Bro,
Harrell and when Williams won it again, but Harrell was almost drained. Like,
in my head, they were
yeah.
like co-6.
Co-6 man,
Like, it was. So after that year, I was like, the second we got, all we needed, in my opinion, with that team was just to add to it. Again, I'm not saying I don't regret that trade because that trade did turn us into a different level of team. It's just a shame that we've never been able to, put it together for a whole season. I don't know the level of like how far back this does set us though, because Kawhi sprained his ankle. He didn't break anything. He didn't tear anything.
Yeah, and he's
So-
definitely. I feel like that's just like he sprained his ankle, but there's still something underlying with his knee. 'Cause it's like,
Maybe.
fam,
And
yeah, but you don't want to rush him back though.
oh,
No, of course
It's
not.
better to just say indefinite, and
Of
then
course.
internally they've got dates, but they don't need to release it to the public.
Of course.
innit?
At the end of the day, the way I see it now is that, we're going to be putting out a lineup with probably Reggie. I think John Wall's going to have to start now.
He's still
Reggie.
not starting.
Nah, still Reggie.
Makes no sense, and he's
Reggie's playing well as well, though. Like,
100%. But
it's
you know, it's
tough.
mad, yeah. That it's mad that out of all those guys, obviously John Wall's like kind of like, I'm not gonna say the Iron Man, but he's actually active, and he had the out of all of them,
you think he had the worst injury?
because that was Achilles and wasn't it Achilles and ACL? Did you do both? Because he
think
he
maybe.
he done his knee and
And
then
the
he
following
slipped,
year.
and he slipped something and then his ACL, so he had back to back
I think he went bowling or something. Is that right?
something dumb.
It was either him or Boogie, one of the two, but yeah, it was peak.
No, for Boogie it wasn't in practice. That was John Wall, because Boogie he tore his one in practice.
Okay.
Yeah, and he was
Yeah.
looking mad. But yeah, that's
We're going to have to, Ty Lue's really going to, and I've seen him do it before, innit? Like, one thing I will say, which gives me a bit of belief in this team, is that everyone on that team has played like large stints of 10, 15 games without PG and Kawhi.
yeah.
Everyone has done it, innit? So it's not a new thing, which is kind of sad to say. But like they've had to like pick up where those guys kind of left off and start being more of a contributor each. But I can imagine guys like Marcus Morris is going to start. He stresses me out sometimes there because he takes stupid, like crazy contested shots, but he makes them.
Some.
I'm gonna say he makes them. Like, I'm not even gonna say some. He makes them. The only thing with him is, give him like the license to kill. He'll take 50 shots if you let him take 50 shots.
Yeah.
This is the thing. So I know John Wall's usage is gonna go up. Marcus Morris' usage is gonna go up. I think we're gonna have to start giving some younger guys a run as well. I know like Amir Coffey hasn't been playing much.
What's
Brandon
his
Boston has not been playing.
name? Yeah, I thought he was gonna give him.
Bro,
some
there's
minutes.
no space in this roster for him to play right now.
Now there
though.
is.
Yeah, now there is. Now he could get an opportunity. I know Robert Covington's going to get more minutes. Because we have so many wings, we'll be able to make up for the minutes. It's just like will we make up for the production? That will be the interesting thing to see. So yeah, but I can't lie to you guys and say I'm not pissed off and stressed out about the fact that my 2 best players have not been able to stay healthy for 1 season together
Yeah, because so
in 4 years.
I mean, I think my 2 pence on it is really simple. Like, you're letting championship windows and championship teams slide away. I think this is a team that, like, we all mortgaged and we've gambled in it. Like, Lakers have gambled, it's paid off. Obviously, we're seeing the repercussions of it. That right now is peak. Other teams have mortgaged and gambled in the Nets, and it's not worked. You've mortgaged and gambled. It should have worked, but it's not because you ain't won. But that's really down to health, and it's and it's like, to me, with one of them, you saw the impact of getting to conference finals. Even if Kawhi was about 50%, you would have beaten the Suns in that series. You just needed Kawhi to basically be there. Like the gap wasn't much. Like Paul George was dragging them through, and the rest of the team against the Suns, who had their best season in God knows how long.
Yeah.
So it's very simple to say, fully fit Clippers are the best in the West. But then the question is,
you say
they aren't fully fit. So
We're
then
never fully
it's not. You're not the best in the West.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say, but it's because it's a different team from bubble and now anyway. So
Yeah, but even if you look at the way they've built their team consistently since then, I think you've almost built your team smartly enough, understanding that these players will probably be injured. However, it doesn't factor into the point that you can't win without them being. That's the difference.
Yeah, we're not. We're not title contenders without those two guys, and I say it because we need both of them to be there for us to really make a real finals push, like 100%. But one thing I would say about the whole mortgage in the future thing, yes, we gave up a fuckload of picks and like pick swaps and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure by 2026, I'm pretty sure by the end of the contracts that we have with Kawhi and PG, we'll have our picks back. So yes, it's not great. But I think in the Clippers' mindset,
How though?
What do you mean how?
How will you get your picks back?
We think about it, we made this trade 4 years ago.
It's coming up, isn't it? It's nearly finished.
So they've only got our picks for a certain amount of time.
That's true, isn't it? Yeah.
So
because we didn't. We deeped at the beginning of the pod, but I didn't deep that it's 4 years. It's gone. Bloody that's
a
mad.
long time, innit? And
it's nearly
there's
done.
like a limit on how many picks you can give up in one period of time anyway. So I'm pretty sure we gave them like 5 or 6 draft picks, and a lot of them, I say at least 2 of them weren't even ours. So
and then they've come and gone anyway.
Yeah, so it is what it is, man. I'm sad. I need my guys to be back on top because.
So let me
pause. Whoa.
Yo.
Let me.
You're on fire.
So this injury's rattled me, man.
Okay, so what do you by All-Star break?
Yeah.
So I'll ask 2 questions. By All-Star break, what's the kind of expectancy with Kawhi and Paul George after All-Star break, like going from there? And if they aren't healthy again this season, what happens? Like, where do you go from here? What's go on?
So when we talk about expectation, do you mean
just like in terms of health wise, like by All-Star break, do you expect them to be there at fully healthy or at least 95%?
I'm gonna say at this point, I don't think either of them have a choice if they're playing in that anymore. You know, I think they've used up their
leave.
Honestly, I do, bro. They ain't got any annual leave left for the next 2 seasons, in my opinion.
Annual leave.
No, it's true though, innit? Like you can load manage as much as you want in the regular season, but I need you there for the playoffs, innit? So whether it be a situation where we say, all right, cool, we know we're only really gonna get about 2 months of Kawhi playing basketball at like 85 to 100%. If that means we're gonna be the 7th seed going into the play-in, that's fine with me. Don't let him touch the court until after All-Star break. Then that's fine with me. I think they'll both be at like 90%. They have to be because because I know if Kawhi went out again with another knee injury, him saying something, then I'd be way more concerned. But because they haven't come out and said that, I feel a little bit better. Could they be lying? 100%. Could they be lying? 100%. But also, I feel like if you have a knee injury, you start having to overcompensate in other areas for the fact that you've got an injury.
Bearing in mind, he also had that quad injury as well.
Bro, he's got a lot of things going on in his life. I don't really get it.
I think that's where initially started because as soon as that quad, that muscle, it's like he's gone quad knee and it's just going down, bro.
Finessing him still. I don't know.
But what is Kawhi had? Is it tears? Is it breaks?
It was a partial ACL tear.
Yeah.
Do you know what? This ain't the first time he's had a ankle injury though. When he was on the Spurs playing against Golden State,
that's what
Pachulia put his foot out against him,
and I think that's what led to the breakup with him and Pop, and then ended up letting him get traded.
100%. I know he's not. I feel like he's got full creative license to do what he wants. So I know the Clippers can't rush him. I just don't think they can. So it is what it is. Fucking hard. With your question about what's going to happen at the end of this year if they can't be healthy, I don't think there's a chance we're going to trade. Steve Ballmer's crazy. Don't get me wrong. Like he's He's a mad owner. It's actually really nice to have as a fan to watch because I know he'll put every bit of money he has into this team, innit? I don't think there's a chance we trade either of them. I think if anyone's gonna get traded, it's more likely Paul George than Kawhi, which would make me sad because I feel like Paul George has been about a bit more
I don't think he'll be
than
traded.
Kawhi has, you know. But yeah, I don't think we're trading them. I think we'll finish out their contracts and then see where everyone stands at the end of that, innit? But
I mean, I think.
Pissed, bro, thinking, bro, what man gonna be on the court with?
Yes and no. I feel like John might look at this and say, "This is an opportunity for him to shine in." There's no one is surprised by the injury situation
That's it.
with them
Yeah,
because it's been that now, isn't it?
Yeah, no, that's true.
It's been that.
Man, it's just sad to see. Hopefully,
The league is better when people aren't hurt, innit? Everyone
that's
knows
what.
that.
Yeah,
innit?
it's better just to see everyone.
that's the thing.
And right now, who's like a big player that's injured?
LeBron.
Like
Yeah,
like
like
injured,
serious,
like missing
out
a
the
season
whole
or like
season.
months. No one.
No one actually.
It's like the first time in ages,
Yeah.
apart from these two bums.
just indefinite. We don't even know when.
Bro,
Like-
you need to get LeBron's workout. His old workout regimen, innit?
Yeah.
And getting that hyperbolic time chamber, bro, and just pattern up because I can't keep doing this, man. I have to justify to so many people. Oh yeah, next year will be our year once we're healthy.
I'm loving it
we're never
because
healthy.
I get grilled for a lot, but then no one else is winning.
You can love all you want because my team are still potentially a playing team without those two. What's your team right now?
We lit, bro.
What's your team with LeBron, with Russ, with AD? You're not a playing team.
It's just in that spam of time they've won in it. So
That's
it's
why I
like-
still say,
Yeah, but
regardless,
the thing is, you can't really go.
like if you
because
win,
they've actually won.
we've won. We mortgaged and
They
we won.
won. You blew a 3-1 lead.
100%.
Like, we've mortgaged and we won, and we've seen the effects of the mortgage, bro.
That is
Like
exactly
we
what
slapped £1 million and said, YOLO. Like we don't care about the repercussions, but we won. You man have mortgaged. Both of you have, and you're still paying that debt, bro. Like there's no winning. There's no champion. Like,
The interest rate on this day is dirty, bro.
ours is the highest. I can tell you that for free. Well, yeah, man. To me, as a Lakers fan, obviously very happy. But as a basketballer, man, you want to see the best players out there, innit? And the best players make the league what it is. And I would much rather have them fit and losing than unhealthy and not losing. Do you know what I mean? I would love them to both be here and they lost. Then it would just bring me pure joy that you waited for them to lose. But it's cool. One day, hopefully, they'll come back.
All right, cool. So, two
was gonna
players
throw-
who I want to talk about who have been spinning the coop and just, been
spinning the cute.
turn that sport mode on and just driving. First one, two. So Anthony Davis, Ben Simmons. Anthony Davis is putting up historical performances, and I think he's the only player in NBA history to have 37, 21 rebounds, 5 blocks, and 5
Stills. It was
Steals?
35, 5 steals, 20 rebounds, and 5 blocks.
Yeah, so
Which is insane.
his historical performance, he's been born out. Obviously, with LeBron being out, nothing changes anyway. This is what he should be doing, and he still would be doing anyway, with LeBron being there. But this is the AD we've been waiting to see. It's nice to happen. It's sad for what's around him, but it's nice to see that AD, because at the start of the season, he wasn't looking like this. He was looking sluggish. He was looking slow. He was looking like he didn't want to play ball anymore. And it was just like, it was concerning. So now for him to be like, okay, these niggas, they forgot about me. I'm gonna show them why. And he's been playing well. And this is what we want, because he's supposed to do this from the start and be the number 1 option.
That's it.
So that it takes the load off of Bron.
Pause.
No.
Pause. Well, if I said workload, would that have been better? Yeah. We'll make mistakes and we'll get one.
It comes back about 5. This one already comes on fire, bro.
His annual,
stress, man.
his annual pause leave. But yeah, no, it's good to see. And I personally think, 100%, not even I think, he will keep up, and as he should.
Why do you? Wait, what? Why is he keeping it up?
He will keep up these performances.
But why? Like what tells you that? He's
Yeah,
gonna
you
do that?
justify it. I agree, but justify
I
it.
just think,
Because you said you don't think you know. Why do you know this?
Why do I know?
Yeah, to be fair, I'm on.
Why
I
do you
think
know?
he'll keep it
The
up.
second I ask you don't have the answer to it as well. Like, it's ridiculous.
Do you know it is?
We've never seen him do this. Like,
No, we have not as dominating, but at the Pelicans he was like.
I'm talking about the level of play. We've never seen him be able to maintain it over long periods of time since he's come to LA. I have to add the since, because obviously prior to that he was the
he
main guy.
was. This was what he was.
And it's the same situation now. He's in this position because he's the number one scoring option. No. Also, one thing I noticed is that he stopped taking all the threes that he was taking.
He's just gone back to playing his game.
Yeah, that's
but again, is that down to the coach? A coach has come in and seen what he's got and said, you know what, do this. This is your game. Excel in this. Do what you got to do. Because it's a coincidence that this is. Do you know what I mean? He's fine. It's taken a while for him to get back to himself, isn't it?
Yeah.
But this is the AD that when we signed, I was jumping like.
This is who you thought you were getting.
This is it, bruv. Like, I was gassed. So
it's just because, like I say, what I've seen is that he's reverted back to his kind of Pelican-esque game where he's not forcing all these threes now. He's back to the basket. He's inside second chance points. He's grabbing rebounds. He's taking these mid-range shots that are comfortable and nice shots for him. I prefer him to. The three is just like, you don't really need to like maybe give 2 a game, 3 a game, if anything, but in the post, mid-range, that's where he thrives. And I've just been seeing, because he's actually stuck to his game and he's not like trying to, not necessarily say add new things, but trying to step outside of the box to say, he's been consistent because it's like he's getting so many, just off second chance alone and just getting rebound. Getting like 10, 12 points just off of that. Mid-range shots, he's getting a few here, 5 to 7, so it's just all adding up. So, yeah, I just seeing how he actually has been playing and revert back to that game is what gives the confidence to say, I know he'll maintain it. I'm not saying he's going to score 37 every night, but he's going to keep this good level so that as Bron comes, he's not going to be like, okay, let's kind of share. He's just going to be like, okay, let's do the same thing. I'm just here to pick up the pieces and relax.
The thing that I don't have a lot of confidence in AD doing this over like long periods of time. I think Russ coming off the bench still is also a contributor to AD's success as well, though, because them two run a very good pick and roll system together.
Yeah.
It reminds me a lot of what Russ used to do with Steven Adams when he was winning won the MVP in OKC, and you've got a much more talented player than Steven Adams as well, innit? So I understand the AD scoring and stuff like this. What I don't get is why now, why not before? It makes you question, one, the shape he came into the season in. And we spoke about this, how he was saying he hadn't touched a basketball since, was it April or June or something like that?
April.
Long ass time. So maybe it just took him a long time to get into playing shape like it used to take Shaq. Obviously not comparing the two, but like, yeah, maybe he just didn't come in shape. Or he was hurt. And we all saw like he was labouring around a little bit. It didn't really look himself. Yeah. So maybe he's just getting back to, you know, his kind of fitness and the health and the shape he is in. Because now we're seeing this. I need to know what it looks like with LeBron, because we ain't seen it since the bubble. Yeah, we haven't. That's just the truth. Like we have not seen AD playing at this kind of level where he's, even though he might not be the dominating the basketball in terms of paint touches and stuff like that, he's still, everyone kind of knows he's the number one scoring option. LeBron's playing that facilitator kind of role, and he's scoring in the flow of the game. And that's what we need to see from him, really, because if you can get that out of Anthony Davis, it kind of flips this whole situation where, you know what, we're just trying to ride out the next couple of years until LeBron leaves us and retires, and then we can start rebuilding and stuff like that. If you could get AD back at 80% of what he was in the bubble, you could, and LeBron's still producing, and Russ is having a great season off the bench as well. You can't tell me that you guys can't make it to the play-in. You should really.
I completely agree. I look at it as, like, since the bubble, you've seen LeBron go keep his level, increase his scoring level even to what he averaged, basically 30 last season. And it's been great to see LeBron keep that. But what's happened in that time is AD's been injured. He comes back, gets injured again. Comes back, gets injured again. And then when he does even come back for a little stretch, the performances have not been good enough. So it's put a further strain on the team. Obviously, we've spoken about what the GM's built around them in that time and what they've taken away from that championship team. But you can't deny the fact that this is a positive step for my franchise at the minute. Having our number one option, doing what he's doing, putting up historic numbers, seeing Russ really integrate, like getting into his role. Like for the first time, we're seeing Russ. We're getting the best out of Russ. There's no shame in that, and no one could tell me otherwise. And you're seeing Russ and AD. The chemistry's there. You even saw prior to AD's mad burst when LeBron was fit, Russ and LeBron getting a couple things going as well. So it'll be, like you said, interesting to see what happens with LeBron coming into the fold. We have seen us, I think, went on a 3-game winning streak, which got snapped to the Suns, which we lost on Monday, I think. But it is, in that time, it's improved. We're getting wins. And, like, it's got to be onwards and upwards. The only way we can look is upwards, we're so low. But the West is so tight that you never know. Like, you can go on a 4-game winning streak, catch yourself in about, I don't know, the 10th seed, or even like the 9th seed, and before you know it, you're a few games off top because it's that tight. Like the West is a slug.
Only 2 games to separate from the
first to 10th. That is do you understand how 10 teams? There's 15 in the conference, bro.
Oh my god, yeah, man.
Yeah, that's it. It's 2 games that separate the first and the 10th seed.
I'm loving it, dog.
You go on a run and you could be in amongst it. That's what I'm saying. Like, as bad as the Lakers are, there is, because it's we're not so far away from the top, if that makes sense. Like, no. I'm not talking about being the number 1 seed though. I'm saying catching the 10th seed. Remember, the top 10 teams are in the play-in, then playoffs. I'm giving us hope.
Cam's reaction is killing me.
Nah, because obviously, like, you're right. It's not impossible. Like,
no, it's not.
You're 5.5 games behind the number 1 seed.
Yeah, but we're not talking about being the number 1 seed. I'm talking about even being the 10th seed.
But then
playing.
Yeah. But then from the 10th seed, you're 3.5 games. So again, not impossible.
It's a little run. We went on a 3-game winning streak. All it takes is to go on another one, 3 to 4 games.
The problem is, I'll read out 1 to 10.
Yeah, I'm not hiding who the teams are and why.
I'll read out 1 to 10, and I'm missing a team as well. Yeah. The Suns, the Nuggets, the Pelicans, the Jazz, the Kings, the Clippers, the Grizzlies, the Timberwolves, the Trailblazers, the Mavericks. Yeah, who have I not said?
Golden State,
the defending champion Golden State Warriors, the 11th seed.
That's crazy.
Who started the season awfully, and they're now 9-10, so they're 1 game from 500. I just think it's so tough in the West. Like,
so tough.
Not only do you need to catch up to the 10th seed, but then you need to do something a little bit more on top as well, because.
But I just feel like this year in the West, everyone's beating everyone, so there won't be like, it's not like the East where you can see, to me, there's a 2-team gap and it's like everyone keep up.
I don't think the West is going to have a team who win 60 games. I don't think the West is going to have a team that probably win 50. I think 55 might be the number 1 team.
I think I could see it being a max 58.
Because right now there are 3 teams, with 11 wins in the West, which were the top 3 teams, of which 2 are. I say 2 are surprising me. We did say the Pelicans would be a lot better, but the Nuggets are the 2nd team in the West right now, and no one's really talking about them at all.
The thing is, a lot of people are understanding about the Nuggets. So obviously, we're on our segment with the Lakers. We don't want to divert too much. Sorry. Jokic has taken a back step, and he nearly got a triple-double in an outstanding OT game.
He's still averaging 23, 9, and 9.
But he is taking a bit of a back step in terms of, like you said, with MPJ coming back and Jamal Murray. Mm-hmm. And you're seeing them playing winning basketball at the minute. Yeah. Like, they are getting games, they're grinding. They got a brilliant result last night in OT against the Thunder. Yeah. With him and Shai both putting up 36. It was just going ham. But he was 1 short of a triple-double. I think he got 9 assists or 9. One of them he was 9 and I think 10. So he's still doing his thing, but he's doing it on a low. Like, he's back-to-back MVP in it. So his main thing is to get them back to where they were prior to the injuries.
39, 9 and 10.
9 and 10, yeah. So 39 even, yeah. So him and Shai were just doing madnesses yesterday. But
Shai had 31, 11 and 7.
So it's just to be honest. Come back to the Lakers, it's not impossible. Just need another run, but obviously it's not going to be easy. Like, it's not a joke in the West, innit? Like, I think in the East, there's a gap. We know what it's saying.
Yeah.
but the West ain't no joke. But big up to AD, innit, doing this thing.
Yeah, no, honestly, it's good for AD and
Ben,
obviously,
innit?
I'm happy that Ben Simmons has seen the light. Flipped the
I think it
switch.
was you though. Did you go and chat to him?
Look, I don't want to say a lot in it. Like, I just rather do my thing in the shadows and just let it.
Did
You've
you
never-
go New
you've
York
never
though?
done that.
Because I don't know if like you went a bit. Did you fly out to go go Brooklyn and check him? Like it was warm. Like what happened?
I mean, I was floating around Jersey, you know.
You know what, say?
Around Jersey, you know. I was out there, you know what I mean? But I can't remember what game was it where he put up a good game, and I think I literally put it first thing in the morning in the chat. I think he had like 15.
15. It's the one KD said it was
7,
incredible.
It would have been, I assume against Portland. Yeah, 15, 13, and 7.
Yeah, and I was like, okay, this is good. Now he's kind of seeing like a percentage of what he used to kind of do.
that was like him having a great game in Philadelphia. Like it was never really about the points with him. It was the other things that he was doing. But 15, 13, and 7 in Philly, everyone would have been happy with that.
Yeah.
Everyone would have said Ben did his job.
Yeah. So it's just good that he's seen the light now. Now, this is what I mean. Because now, when he gets that ball, he's actually gone. Like, he's not going up slow.
No, he's pushing the
or
tempo.
like he's pushing the tempo. And when you do that, it's like, okay, I got to stop this 6'10" guy taking it to the basket. But then I don't want to collapse because then they've got KD and Kyrie on the wing and such, and or like he's got shooters around. So it's just one of the ones where it's like, okay, now he's actually pushing the tempo and he's being aggressive. Like he's trying to get them dunks, he's trying to get those putbacks. He's shushing the crowd. Listen, my boy, he go, hey, you know what I mean?
Your boy.
Listen, my boy.
Look, I'm just happy that Ben Simmons is Ben Simmonsing. Yeah,
Oh my
like he's
gosh.
doing his thing, and he's only upwards from here because he's been. What's the?
I have the exact same face. I was told when he said the thing as well. You got
No, but I'm just happy because now he's taken a more dominant role as the ball handler, and he's not just deferring with doing dribble handoff to Kyrie because he was doing it like several times. Now it's just he's out there, he's rolling to the basket, screen, or he's doing his thing.
Okay, so let's talk about Tuesday night
Against Philly.
against Philly. So
Yeah.
obviously, we said on this podcast that he needed to, start taking it a bit more personal
Yeah.
and be like take on that what was it, the
villain
LeBron
role.
role that we said,
Yeah. That
the
villain role.
the LeBron villain role that LeBron had in Miami in 2011. So I'll give him credit. He's definitely looked way more assertive. Again, I think it's a similar situation to AD where maybe he just needs to get into playing shape. Maybe he was hurt before and he's now just not. I think he's just feeling a lot better. And you can see it, man. Like you said, he's pushing the tempo. Going into that Philly game, to start the game, I was like, okay, Ben's on some shit. Ben is ready to play basketball. He came out straight away. I think he got three quick assists to start the game.
Yeah.
I could see that KD and Kyrie were, very much in support of Ben being assertive. And whenever he passed them the ball, they were going to take the shot because they said Ben needs to get his assist. That's fine with me. I do have to say,
I'm
though.
ready. No, I'm ready.
I do have to say, though, bro,
as well.
as a team, taking the L without Embiid, Harden, or Maxey, in my opinion, is
It's
inexcusable.
a fucking disgrace.
It's
That's what it is.
embarrassing.
It's a disgrace.
Absolutely
Inexcusable.
embarrassing.
You know that? Oh, look.
Absolutely.
It's a flipping
embarrassing.
disgrace.
Yes.
Because, first of all, that's a character issue as well, number one. Because if I'm Kado Kyrie, I'm saying Ben is going back to Philly.
Yeah.
We have to get this win.
Oh, it's essential.
We have, I don't care. We have to get this win.
Imperative.
We're playing this game like it's the finals.
That's
we
how you
have
gotta
to
go.
get this win no matter what, and we got to support our
Gotta
guy.
get it back in blood,
We
man.
have to. He needs to be in a fast break, nice dunk, and look at James Harden and Embiid and say, shh. 100%. KD took only one shot in the fourth.
Why was that?
I don't flipping know. I don't know.
It
Was
don't
it
make
like
sense.
20 points? Like KD was just
But he didn't start the game like that, though. I will say, like, KD started the game, and I was like,
Yeah, he
like,
was starting to
very
get, and then he
assertive.
just literally just dropped off. Just like he just balloon pop, just deflated. Kyrie tried, but he was 23 points, I believe. But it's just like
23, 2 and 2.
so it's just like it's not Kyrie, but it's
I do have to say though, man, like the lack of production that you get outside of 6 players is disgusting.
It's
like
absolute
like-
arse cheeks, arse water. It's disgusting.
Royce O'Neal, in my opinion, did his part. 11.7 rebounds, 6
Yeah,
assists.
Royce O'Neal. Yeah, no fault.
KD would like more points, but 25 and 5 is not a terrible game.
Mm-hmm.
Nick Claxton, 12 and 4, not a terrible game from him.
Yeah, it's not.
Ben, 11 points, 11 assists, 7 rebounds. That's a good game from Ben.
It's not bad.
Kyrie, 23, 2 and 2. Bit washed in the other department. So
I think was that. It wasn't his first game from suspension, was it? It was the second.
no,
game.
it was the second game. I
Yeah,
think.
so it was a bit.
Yeah, but 23 still nice. Seth Curry off the bench dropping 14.
14,
That's
yeah.
pretty cool.
That's where
after-
it ends. After that, that's it. That's
Joe
it.
Harris, 3 points in 23 minutes. Patty Mills, 3 points in 13 minutes. Then we've got Markieff Morris, didn't score. But again, only played 4 minutes. Who's D Duke? You don't even know your own team.
Damn.
David Duke.
I don't know who the fuck that is.
2 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists in 3 minutes.
He shouldn't have played.
That's a great stat line in 3 minutes. 2 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists.
Look.
Edmund Sumner played 3 minutes and had 7 points. What I do not understand about your bench is what the fuck are they like? A lot of them, like, you guys really didn't have a deep rotation. You had a 7-man rotation with 3 guards coming off the bench, which means that how is this even possible? I don't understand. Because Ben only played 32 minutes. No one in your starters played 40 minutes, and yet I don't see a single backup center playing anything more than 3 minutes. The sense is not sensing.
It just,
Now, I'll be honest, yeah, when I was, because I had to go to work, so I watched the highlights, but I was doing a lot of, outside of the extended highlights I got given, I was looking at it, you guys got battered on the glass.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
You just got
And
the rebound, you couldn't get it. And
You
it
need
was,
to go get yourself a rebound, though.
that
And
pissed
what-
me off
it
because
was easy for
Embiid is
them.
not there. How are we not getting
Paul Reed had
rebounds?
19 points, 10 rebounds.
Bro,
Yeah.
he's been
Paul
10 points this whole
Reed.
season, but it's today that he wants to.
10 rebounds is nice as well. Montrezl Harrell, 6.7 rebounds.
and they were very, 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 I don't know
And the
how,
thing is- the thing
efficient
is,
from the
right,
free.
The perimeter defending, it was just looking like, it was just, outside of Ben, it was looking like, hey, look, and Ben wasn't even on the perimeter as much as well as I
Yeah.
wanted him to, because Melton and Milton were just doing a mazzoline.
I can't believe you're getting cooked by brothers of them names.
Bro,
Melton and Milton. That sounds like a TV show.
That didn't get any views.
Milton, Milton, Millhouse.
No, yeah, they
I said we got cooked by
Melton dropped,
MMNOG.
yeah, literally, bro. Melton dropped 22, 4 and 4. Milton had 16, 5 and 6. Tobias Harris had 24 and 6. PJ Tucker had another scoreless night.
He flipping sucks, bro.
I don't even know if he sucks. Like, I just don't
Then
understand.
again, but
He's averaging 3.9 points per game, bro.
He's finished.
The thing is, he's just not taking shots though, because he shot 47. He's shooting for 47.5% from the field this year.
He's just
He's just not taking shots.
He's just finished.
But Fairs, he's not even there to really. Well, I mean,
Nah,
corner shots.
that's-
yeah, but
that's
it's not
beside
his
the
main
point.
role.
The guy who slightly cooked your team was is it George's
Niang.
Yeah, yeah.
He had 16 points, 5 rebounds,
Why are we
2
letting
assists
these people
off the
go
bench
off? That's what I said. Why
in
are we-
18 minutes. That's
why are we
excellent.
letting these people go? This is, that's it. Like
You can't defend anyone.
Yeah, we can't. The thing is, yeah, the reason why we need a rebounder and someone said because Kyrie can guard the corners. KD and Kyrie guard the corners, that's fine. And then we have a rebounding big who can at least defend and grab rebounds. Then we can have Royce O'Neal and Ben Simmons go on the perimeter, which is what I'd want because essentially they're meant to be our best perimeter defenders. So I'd rather have them there. I don't know how TJ Warren's going to look when he comes back. I don't think for him to put him out there is going to be even a stretch. But it will be obviously a nice addition. But that's what needs to happen. And Dwight Howard, we let him go to Taiwan. Like we
I
could.
heard DeMarcus Cousins might be going
That-
soon as well.
Look, that's what I'm saying. Dwight Howard could have got him, and he was
Yeah.
willing to come to. He was on it.
But apparently, man wanted a shooter. But
Which
you're
makes
getting
no
out
flipping
rebounded by
sense.
Paul Reed.
But
But
you
we've got how many shooters
It was
already?
49 to 35.
100%.
on the rebounds. Not last.
100%.
DeMarcus Cousins,
Yeah,
Like-
I'm about to go Taiwan as well.
and he's there. Get him. Like the thing is, they said they want to shoot it, right? DeMarcus Cousins can make shots.
Yeah,
He can make shots.
yeah. But even then, I don't care about that. Like from looking at how you guys have played, all you're missing is a
Rebounding
rim protector.
rim protector.
Yeah,
And Dwight Howard would have been good for that role.
yeah, the glass cleaner, bro. This is a joke. I can't lie.
Even on the perimeter, you guys got eaten. They had 16 for 32.
Pause.
Yeah, pause. Yeah.
Honestly, I don't know what's going on. Sean Marks has to pay for his crimes.
No, he wholeheartedly now. Just because of the pure fact that you're not addressing the needs that your team has in it, and
Like, we had a kind of solution there, and you say no. That's messed up. Sean Marks and Joe Tsai, they're doing flipping Matt and Jeff Hardy in crimes because
the
they're
Dudley
just,
boys.
they're just swan-tom bombing this thing down to the ground. It's
Finito.
ridiculous, and it's terrible, man. So if we're ever going, I don't know if we're going to. Honestly, at this point, KD might as well just put in a press conference as well. No disrespect, but
The thing
we ain't
is,
got no rebound and defending big, and that's what we need.
The thing is, with all the troubles that you're describing right now, you're currently the 10th seed. So you're in the play-in. The problem is you've got the Bulls behind you, who have played one less game, same amount of losses, and the Heat, who have...
They're in big trouble.
They are, and I love it. I love it. Because I've been screaming at these boys ain't
No,
legit.
but do you know what's going on with them, though?
What?
Hella injuries.
Oh, yeah.
Out there,
Yeah.
boy.
Eric Spoelstra needs to relax. Stop making them run so much, innit? Luca, it would be great to have you have you come and talk about this, by the way.
Oh, man called out Luke. Man added him, called him out. Come to the pod, bro.
Yeah, bro. I'd love to hear you speak about this. But yeah, man, like the East, as much as we said the West is where, the West is way more competitive in terms of the gap between the two. You say that between 10th and 1st is 5.5 games.
I just think overall the NBA is mad close this year.
Oh, 100% it is.
But
You know the NBA's flipped upside down when the Kings are on a 7-game win streak.
mad.
The Kings are doing the madness. The Jazz are still. I think the Jazz are going to start falling out though. They're 5-5 in their last 10 games.
Yeah, they're
So they-
deflating a bit.
Yeah,
They're
but
deflating a
but
bit.
the West is a completely
The
different.
Kings are on like their best winning streak since 2003.
The Pacers are currently 10-7, sitting in the 5th seed.
What's going on, man?
7-3 in their last 10 games.
You know these two are the best winning streaks in the NBA.
Who? The
Pacers
Kings?
and the Kings. And that's Tyrese Halliburton, the guy. Like
I don't
it's his
understand-
trade.
Outside of the Celtics, I imagine as well.
No, even
with-
Oh wow!
I just don't understand. Does nobody want Wemby?
these boys, because I tell you that Detroit, they want Wembanyama. They want him, bro. The
They're even
Rockets,
trying
they
to move
want,
Sadiq Bey.
bro. They're trying to tank correctly. The Hornets too. I think they're
Everyone has to do it because I think they're onto it this year. That you can't.
It's not even about the thing is, yeah, I don't think that it's a matter of telling guys that you shouldn't be tanking, we know you're tanking. But these teams that we're talking about do not have the level of talent, in my opinion, to be where they are
Competing.
right now. And obviously it's very, very early, and again, everyone in this league can play basketball, innit? We're not saying they can't. But at the end of the day, bro, if you're Indiana, you're a little bit pissed off. Because by no way, shape or form are you ready to compete in playoff series.
At all.
Granted, you might win these regular season games. This is why I say that there's a massive difference between regular season and postseason, because we've seen teams have 50, 60 win seasons and do fuck all in the playoffs. So
Even teams topping their conferences and
bro, so seeing this now is, all I'm saying is Brooklyn definitely are still very much in play to make a playoff run, because the difference between you and the Knicks is 0.5 games.
Yeah.
And the Knicks are currently seventh seed. Like it's close, man. I'm telling you. So if Ben is legit now, Kyrie's back. You know, they freed him finally. KD's still KD.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you see yourself going from this point onwards? Let's say you get 11. Let's say you get 12, 8, and 6 from Ben for the rest of the season, which is like that's kind of what you want from him, right?
Mm-hmm.
It might not be quite worth the money, but it's realistic for who he is and what he can do. Where do you see yourselves going? Are you still a playing team? or you're a
I
playoff
think
team?
with that, with let's say KD, because he was averaging basically what 30. Kyrie didn't. I think with that, I think we should be able to make. I think we should be able to avoid playing.
So 6 seed.
Yeah, I think 6 we can get. We should be able to avoid playing 100%.
Mhm.
Ben being good. Granted that, yes, 12, 8, and 6, but he does have those games where he's like, 15 or 20,
Oh yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
So I think with that we should be able to avoid playing. And if we address the issue of the big, 100%.
That's a big
easily.
if because I just don't think.
Yeah,
you
it's a
guys
big
will
if
do
just
it.
because the reason why it's a big if and why it's very techie as well is because this is Kyrie's possibly his last year in Brooklyn.
Yeah,
And apparently Brooklyn would like to move him before.
but no one's going to take
But
on his
no one's gonna
contract.
take-
It doesn't make sense
right
because
now,
he's going to.
especially with everything.
What's the likelihood of him staying around anyway?
Yeah. Well, forgetting, KD put a trade request in.
Oh yeah.
He just had to serve his sentence.
Mhm.
Couldn't break out.
Mhm.
No bail time, nice.
He's still got a long time left on that contract, there, man.
Exactly. And he's like, because of what happened then in off season, even though they're back now and Nash is gone, I still think with the star players, KD and Kyrie, and then the Nets with Shaw, Marks, Josiah, I think there's just a massive friction between them for them to get on board and say, listen, this is what we really need and this is what we need to shop for. And if you do this, we can put a good run together. That relationship's not there. Right now, it's just, we just got to play what we got because we ain't even chatting to the man. You know when you beef your boys on the other side of the year in school and you're not really chatting to the man now.
Yeah,
Still,
yeah.
you're going home left, they're going home right,
Yeah,
even
yeah,
though
yeah.
you can both go home that way. But you know what I mean? That's what it is right now. It's
Yeah,
peak. It's peak. And these internal issues, it affects it, man. So, and like, why should
Clearly
KD
clouds
care?
the
Like,
judgment as well.
his boy is possibly going after this year. It's just going to be him and Ben for the next few years. And are they going to actually listen to me and put people around? Or is this just going to be a battle of, rather, I've got to work off my notice. Cool, it's 3 years, but I just got to work my notice off with it. And his time is ticking.
It's a techie one still.
Techie one, man. So, yeah, we're going to see where that goes. But it's good to see AD and Ben, seeing the light and going that way. So let's talk about this team. This team refuses to be humble. Absolutely refuses to be humble. And
Hates them.
they are walking around like that's the season where there was first seed. That's how they're moving right now. And I'm not forgetting what the stinker that they put on in the last season.
Game 7.
The stinker.
I don't understand why they
I don't
talk
understand
so
what
much. Like the thing that annoys me so much, and this is a known thing about in the NBA. A lot of teams and players do not like them because of this. They are too cocky. They chat so much. Fine, it's part of chatting the game, but you guys haven't won anything to back it up. Like I remember when LeBron had won, the year after we were champs and we played them in the playoffs, and it's the shit they were saying, and it's like, wait, bro, who are you? Like, who are you? You've not your first time in the playoffs. You're chatting this in God knows how long. It's all your first playoff appearance. And you're chatting to me as a defending champion. Chatting to Clay.
Granted that in that season after when obviously you guys lost to them, injury. Play the Clippers, injury. It's not even like you won and you beat those teams in their top form. They weren't in top
Everyone
form.
they played. I think Denver was well. They had Denver.
Everyone was
injury.
nobody was in top form, so it was a calm, not super calm, but like it was an easier road, and you were chatting.
Look at
and
last
then
year.
That's it.
Injury.
Disgusting.
Injury again. Zion weren't there. Look what Bi did.
And they almost,
Bi and CJ did.
They almost got cooked, and it's what I'm saying because even like the Lakers game, Devin Booker blocked Austin Reeves, and then he was just mean, doing
Walking
Do
away.
it,
Got
yeah.
called for a foul, by the way. It wasn't even a block. It got called for a foul.
fam, and like doing too much. Like relax, okay, cool. You don't relax. You don't even need to move like that. Relax. And this is where it pissed me off, And this is, and when this happened, like when DeAndre Ayton had to get the ball and go and stand over him,
Stupid.
that was done. That pissed me off. At that point, I was like, I wish the Suns didn't pay you. I wish the Suns didn't pay you, bro.
I rate
It's like,
Bev.
you're
I rate
out
Pat
here.
Bev.
You're out here flipping standing over a guy. In the team, they didn't even want to pay you. The only reason why they paid you is because someone actually made an offer, so it forced their hand, and it was cheaper. That's the only reason why you're here.
Was it Indiana that?
Yeah, it was Indiana. Yeah,
They even traded to try and get him.
that's it. That's the
space
reason
for
why
him.
you're here. So why are you moving mad? And you don't even need to go and meet. You didn't block him. Makes no sense. And I get why, obviously, because Pat Bev possibly might get suspended.
He has been 3
He's
games.
been suspended 3
Yeah.
games. So, and the thing is, personally for me, I think that's bullshit because I don't think they should have. I don't think he should be suspended for that.
They said it's excessive. The push was
Oh,
excessive.
allow it, man. Go suck eggs, brother. About excessive. What do you mean? That is not warranted for us. I don't think that's warranted for suspension.
Excessive
at
violent
all.
conduct. No, they put all these words that make it look
Bro,
and sound so
at this
much
point,
worse.
he should have swung for 8, and at least then, did he get suspended when he pushed Chris Paul in the back that time?
Yeah.
For how long?
Oh.
Was it more than 3 games?
I don't think
Probably
it was.
not.
Yeah, I don't think.
I think it was only 1 game.
Mm.
I think he only got suspended for 1 game or 2 games.
The thing with that, Devin Booker said after is that don't be pushing people in the back, in it, like push them in the chest, kind of situation. Like it was kind of like a cheap. It was a cheap shot though. It wasn't. They're right. I'm not saying that what Ayton did was cool, but you can't. It's a cheap shot.
Cool, yeah, it's a cheap shot, but then he's backing his boy.
Oh yeah,
And because the thing is, it's not even like if it's a thing where Ayton blocked Reeves and he was like flexing like that. That's a different story because he got his block, he's gassed, you know, cool. But you had no business
No
there
right,
because it
innit?
was a
Yeah.
foul. You wasn't there. You're grabbing the ball. You're walking over. So I get why AD didn't do anything because it makes sense because if that was gonna cost thing AD getting suspension, especially as he's on his run, makes 0 sense. So I understand. I would have just, if I was AD, maybe just put Ayton, pull him away. But what Pat Bev done, I'm all for it, 100%. And I don't think he should be in suspension. Not at all. Don't care. Probably because it was in his back. Pause, but cool. That's why, innit? But still, I don't think it's suspension, man. No, just flagrant foul, whatever, flagrant 2 foul, kick him out of the game. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it, man. But this team, I don't know why they refuse to be humble. It makes no sense. And the person that pisses me off the most in this team, the absolute most, who if I saw him right now, I would swing for him.
He'll swing his body.
Can I guess who it is?
Go on.
Is it Cameron Payne?
100%. 100% is him. I swear on my life. This guy, I have no respect for him.
0.
Absolutely not.
That's the one that LeBron. I remember LeBron said to him how you need to humble yourself. You weren't in the league like last year.
Yeah.
And the only person who he didn't chat rubbish to, I think, was Russ, and he was Russ. Oh, I don't know if he was or not.
He was Russ's
boy.
yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Russ was your. He was.
The dance partners.
Yeah,
Isn't
bro.
What's a dance partner?
Couple of years ago, all you was doing was dancing in front of the flipping the stands, bruv.
Yep.
That's what you was a cheerleader. That's what you was doing. You need to relax, man. Pisses me off.
They all do it, and it all, in my opinion, it all starts with Devin Booker.
He's the prime.
He is.
He
He's a
is
shit
the
talker.
prime.
Do you know what? I have no problem with people talking shit in it. I'm a fan. I'm a
But he
supporter
does
of it.
when he's against like SG battles and everything. Yeah, that's perfectly fine.
I enjoyed what he was doing against Clay. Like I perfectly understand that, and I endorse it even because it brings a level of competitiveness to the game. What I don't like is the shit talking when there's no one really coming back at you like that, is it? You're just talking to talk, innit? At the end of the day, this Phoenix team have things to be concerned about because yes, they've been winning, but who hasn't been playing? Who hasn't been playing? Chris Paul, the same guy that went missing last year in the playoffs, is now not there, and they're talking like they've won already. They're talking like they won already, innit? And if we're being honest, they lost to a one-man team. So I think Phoenix need to be a bit more concerned about what's really going on in their business, and not being so ready to to be talking shit. It's like Twitter fingers to me. Like it's
really
like
is.
keyboard warriors almost. Like you're not really about that anyway. And again, you have nothing to show for this. Like granted, you've been number one. You've been probably the best team in the West regular season wise for the last 3 seasons. Yeah, because they're currently top of the West now as well. But at the end of the day, big man, you have nothing to show for it. So what are we really doing here?
Literally just a glorified Utah Jazz.
They made one finals.
But we've just spoken about the teams they played were tainted.
And the injuries.
3 you had.
And they was up 2-0, and you got smoked 4 games straight.
And what made it worse? They were only up 2-0 again because Luka went there last season.
Yeah, and even in
He
the
came
finals,
back.
even in the finals they made, there was up 2-0.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
they got smoked 4 straight.
Like to me, the Suns are nothing
Oh, I wouldn't say they're nothing.
in terms of they don't deserve to like the way they are. They've got no reason to be chatting the amount of shit. They do.
Yeah.
Like,
If
you are-
anything, yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say. Like I've seen teams chat shit back in the day. Like you see what the Pistons did or whatever else, but they backed it up. They backed up their chat with winning, and there was a method to the way they played. Like the Pistons were dirty, so the chatting was the shit. Everything it added with their attitude, innit? They played dirty. They spoke dirty. They were just dirty, but it worked. Do you know what I mean?
What do you mean by that?
What do you mean?
There's a lot of
But
dirtiness in there.
yeah, man, they ain't serious, man. Because like, when it comes down to it, if everybody's fit, a lot of teams are smoking them.
Bro, bench players talking like the stars. I hate it. That's why I love that. I love that. I love that quote, bro. Oh my days. Oh, I hate campaign. Oh.
Man, to just slide that in one more time.
I mean, while we're talking about this, might as well roll into the next one as well. But another team who are kind of full of themselves, feeling themselves a bit too cocky, is a team in Memphis.
No, I kind of like their vibe though. Nah, man, I dig it.
And
I dig it. I think it's cool, man.
So I have a good question then.
Yeah,
Why do you
elaborate.
rate what Memphis are doing, but don't rate what Phoenix are doing?
Phoenix chat shit and just annoy. What Memphis
But
do
wait,
is
chill. But Phoenix have won outright more than Memphis have. Phoenix have more right to talk shit than Memphis do. Yes or no?
yeah, but Memphis ain't
really
chatting
talking
shit. They're just dancing.
like Phoenix.
After the game.
So let's talk about it. What did Memphis's best player decide to go and do when they played the Sacramento Kings?
Oh,
He
no.
walked
See,
up.
That's
What did he
it.
do
He
again?
walked
That's
up to
not the
Malik
team.
Monk.
That's
Malik
it.
Monk's at the free throw line, yeah, shooting 2 free throws.
Yeah, that's
to,
just stupid.
That was I think it was either to tie the game or to
Yeah, it was to tie the game,
go.
yeah.
And he goes, don't miss Malik. Malik hits 2 free throws. He's a professional. John Morant is now on the free throw line, and I think he shot 3 and he missed 2 of them, and Memphis going to lose the
He
game.
missed the first one, so then it was. Yeah,
Bruv, like at this point, and again,
that's just
again.
Jar. That
Yeah,
was
but that's
different,
jar.
bro.
That's on jar.
I like shithousery. Like I'm a big fan of it. I support drama, domestics, all of that within the sports. I love people arguing and fighting and shit like that.
Something toxic.
I'm
right
chaotic.
here.
I'm an instigator. I'm chaotic like that. It's what I enjoy. innit?
Chaotic cam, you
I
know.
said I love problems.
I love it. I love to see it. I love to be in it.
As long as they're not
I love
mine,
to
innit?
watch.
As long as they're not mine, I like to watch them, not experience them. I get very stressed. But watching all of this transpire, I'm starting to feel like, Ja, you need to make sure that you're patterned, big man, because
It's a jar thing though. If you're saying that, 'Cause I ain't really see it from Memphis. Don't the rest of the team don't chat shit. They do their jobs. Like them guys that I just love their post game interviews. They come on, they're swaggy, they're dancing. Like I like what they
they
do
don't
with
really-
it.
it's
And it's
Ja
like
who
big
you-
Memphis. I dig it. Like that's cool.
Well,
That thing about Jar
That's my nigga
is
Gorilla.
correct.
Wait.
It's
So
correct. Memphis.
so they weren't talking about how they want all the smoke. They weren't talking about how they're climbing up the chimney to it. That wasn't them. That wasn't Memphis, right?
No, that was last year playoffs.
No, but it's the same thing
Yeah, but
I'm
then
talking about.
but again, this is me. That's just me saying, yo, we want all the smoke. Like you're bigging up yourself, and it's getting onto the other team. Like it's a different thing.
I feel like you're moving the goalposts.
No, like, no, we're
really
not.
do.
Because when Aiton's stepping over people, that's plain disrespect.
100%.
Like, so what the Suns do is disrespect. What Jar did, that's disrespect. I ain't gonna sit here and lie. But
And he
what
looked like a
Memphis
football
are
player.
doing,
Free throws.
yeah,
Okay,
that's
but
the free
see,
throw
but-
thing.
okay.
Let me quickly land Rose before you go.
Let me land.
What when you're saying we're gonna climb the chimney, that is playoff talk. That is we are coming at you, and that is within the game. That is not disrespect or malice. But what the Suns are doing when they're going out of their way to publicly disrespect individuals. Like the Suns ain't talking about like if they came out and said to Dallas, "Yo, we're coming for you." No, we're not. Like on a thing like, "Yo, in the game, that's it, playoff, cool." But when they are going at certain players and doing and saying sniping shit and being disrespectful and out of order, that is where it is. And it's like you're not about that life, boys. So stop doing it. Memphis, Jar, I agree, but not the rest of the team. When they say count a chimney, big smoke, that's within the playoff series. That's needed. I need to see that shit. I want my team to be talking that shit, especially during the playoffs when everything's on the line, innit? Like, you need that back, but they're not disrespecting, like someone outrageously disrespecting them or stepping over people, innit? So,
Okay.
Yeah, because like, look, what Jar done to Malik Monk, that's a he's trying to get into his psyche, innit? Like he's just trying to.
It's the same thing. Okay, yeah.
Okay, no, it's one. No, but at the free throw line, just saying things. So we're gonna say what LeBron patting Gilbert Arenas on the back saying don't miss these is it's not really. Is that?
Oh yeah.
Is on that? Is it on the same level as that? Same level, right? Same sort of thing.
Yeah.
So that
What's the
is
difference though?
Malik Monk made it, innit?
No, that's not even the difference. The difference is that Ja Morant then went to the free throw line and did not make his free throws.
Yeah, that other thing where, see,
Was it people in glass houses shouldn't throw stones, right? That's what it is. He was throwing big boulders in a glass conservatory. He needs to relax.
yeah, okay, do you know what it is, yeah? I hear what you're saying where he didn't really need to say that. He didn't really need to say that.
Yeah.
What he said it, cool.
Mm-hmm.
It would have been better if he made his free throws, but he said what he said and then cool in it. But it's not like he's out here blocking people and talking madness to everyone. Is the fact that with the Phoenix Suns is so bad that bench players are talking like they're starters. I hate it. Whereas with Memphis, you're not going to see Donnies, that even like Brandon Clark or Steven Adams do stuff.
No, not those two,
and
but like Dylan Brooks, for instance, I've seen talk hella shit.
Dylan Brooks shouldn't even be talking because he's he shouldn't be talking at all. That one, I 100% agree.
Yeah.
Oh, you can throw him in the fire, in the flame, in the
Damn.
whatever you want to do, 100%. I'll even light the flame. I'll bring the gasoline, bro. I'm on it, 100%. He shouldn't be talking because I don't even know what he's been on, bro. And he is an undercover ball hog. Yeah, he's like, how can I say? You know when certain man used to sell them DVDs on the street for films, bro? He is that version of Luka. He's just not making any sense at all, bro.
Man said you got people walking across the screen on the DVD. He's not even bootleg, bro. He's boot cut.
I don't know why Dylan Brooks is talking because the drop off in him as well, isn't it? Because right now, is he even starting? Is he start small forward? Is he starting at the 3? Because I'm sure Desmond Bain is starting at the 2. Because Desmond Bain slid in and took that role away from him.
No, Bain is starting.
Yeah, because Bain's starting at the 2, so I'm thinking, is Brooks starting at the 3? Or is he coming off the bench?
I'd like to think so, but
No, he's starting at the 3.
Yeah, I'd like to think
so.
it is.
Dylan Brooks should. So that's what I'm saying. So in that aspect, 100% because they're crawling their way into that annoyance zone. Saying you're with all the smoke, 100%, cool, but it's like what 20 games in. Everyone's with the smoke. Everyone's winning.
No, that quote's from last year, I reckon.
Yeah,
I haven't said that this year. That's from last year in the playoffs.
And I don't mind those talks when it's in the playoffs because it's heated, it's chippy. Like when they was talking of Golden State, it was fun. It was a fun battle, and there was mutual respect there, 100%, and a fun battle. With the Suns, there's no mutual respect. They're just talking out their asses straight. Yeah. Like Devin Booker, I like when he trash talks against his matchup, like him and Clay. They've been doing that for time, and it's a healthy competition. But when someone like Campaign starts getting gas to say certain things and be going into to clubhouses and chatting, and then you've got a center that the team they want to bring you back, and you're literally there by fire by force, literally, and you want to be moving mad. On top of that, it's not like he's super consistent. It's not like he's really doing his thing out there. So, relax.
Yeah. That's what makes it worse. Like, we've played between 17 to 19 or 20 games. So, between that time, like literally 19 games ago, you were getting humiliated in the playoffs. In your own backyard. In one of the most, if not the most embarrassing first halves I've ever witnessed.
That game wasn't close at all, innit? Like no aspects of that game.
It was absolute more points
than
at
the whole
half
team
time.
At the half, he had
more points than the whole team. In your own game 7, game 7 in your own.
That meme.
Looking up
I love it so much. I swear that meme needs to be framed because every time, like if I was Clay and Devin Booker was trying, all I'll do is just be like, I'll be like, what? Do you remember that? Do you remember this look from last year? And then all I'll do is I'll at him and tweet that picture. Straight.
Yeah. It'll be good to see Dallas and Phoenix play again.
Oh yeah, that'll be good.
I think they already did play, you know.
Didn't they play an opener?
I think they might have been, yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they did. Early to start the season. Yeah, they did, and Phoenix won by 2.
Yeah, man. That's what I'm saying. So, Ja,
To be honest though, they do need to be careful though, innit?
Ja, and Grizzlies.
I'd say, yeah,
100%.
Definitely Ja Morant in it, but
Ja,
Ja, I'll say Ja Morant because he gasses the whole team.
and just in my head, yeah, I know Ja Morant is not a great free throw shooter. Like it's a, I'm not saying it's a thing, but like he's not bad. I think he shoots like 70-something%. I really think you need to be like careful about what you're out here doing. I get it's all within the flow of the game and stuff like that, but you're really in a situation right now where you've given me something to talk about.
Yeah, he needs to be careful and keep like how he was before, keeping at a calm level.
Yeah, man.
But let's not go overboard. Don't follow in the walk of the Suns, bro.
Yeah, don't be like them because
we all know how what's happened with them.
Once you get like that, everyone starts wanting you to lose, and like no one really wants the Suns to win anything anymore.
No, we hate them.
But like going back, think about it. 4 years ago, they were the bubble team, and I was like, yo, I respect what the Suns are doing. That was only 4 seasons ago.
That's fully true.
Fair.
Everyone was digging them, so if they've gone from the most loved to the most hated.
How the mighty have fallen. What can you say? Just a quick little thing before we get into the rookie class and end, because obviously conscious of time. I just want to talk about one of my guys.
Who's your guys?
The best under 20, the best 25 and under player.
Jason Tatum.
Yes, Jason Tatum.
Okay.
For MVP.
Yeah.
Jason Tatum.
Yeah.
For MVP. Most valuable player. Most valuable person.
Is who?
Most valuable person. Yeah. He has been balling. Absolutely balling. Not taking nothing away from Jaylen Brown, because he's balling too. But we all know Jason Tatum is the star. He is the guy. He is the number one. He's the guy at the top. He's the chairman. He's the chief. He calls the shots. You got a problem? Call JT. That's who he is. Averaging 30 wing piece bucket. What, you like chicken? You want wing? He'll give you that. 30 of them. 8 rebounds. Let me just round up. 8 rebounds. Yeah. 5 assists. Lovely. Let's field goal. 47%.
He's taking a lot of shots.
Yeah. Same as last season. I mean, is the free is just kind of dropping at 35%.
But again, he's taking a lot of them.
Yeah. He's just playing so well on both ends of the floor. Defensively, doing his thing. Offensively, taking the shackles off their feet, bruv. What?
So I can dance.
And you can't stop him. And you can't stop him. Fam, has he gone up in the MVP ladder? Is he still number 3?
So who do we have? We had
Giannis and
Luka, and Tatum.
Yeah, I think he's number. You have to look at him and say he's somewhere either 1 or 2. I mean, it's hard to look at. I can't look at Luka and say, yo.
But then the game they played, Luka dropped, was it 42 and Tatum dropped 37?
Yeah, 37 and the win.
37 and the win.
But obviously, Jaylen Brown did have 31 as well.
I just believe, though.
Yeah, but that's
Jaylen Brown's also on smoke this year, though.
Yeah,
however, I have to say, and I said it at the beginning of the season, like the way I've seen Jason Tatum play at the minute, he's shown me that he's leveled up.
He's taking it personally.
To where I believe he'll definitely be an MVP in his career and definitely win a title, at least one. Like I strike me down if I'm wrong, but if this guy stays healthy and plays until he's at least 35, I'll be damned if he doesn't win 1 MVP and 1 title.
He should win an MVP in the next 5 years, I say.
I'll be severely shocked because he is an insane. Like, you don't be surprised, innit? But I think obviously it depends on records, and him and Giannis are at the top anyway in the East. It's between them two at the minute. So
you know what, Rodney? I'm I'm gonna ride the wave.
But I do believe right now it's tough to argue against it, isn't it?
I have to say it because they're the number 1 seed in the East. He's averaging, as you said, 30 points, pretty relatively efficient scoring for the amount of shots he's taken from everyone and the 3-point line. His other numbers are nice too. I think Jason Tatum might be the MVP leader right now. Just because, I mean, I'm not saying that Giannis has like fallen from grace or anything like that, but I think as fans we want to see something different. I think the media are starting to want to see something different as well. And granted, Luka's always in that conversation every year until people start looking at his team's record and they're like, oh, we probably can't give it to him. But at 14-4 with another rookie head coach, you're putting up crazy numbers, having a great season.
Yeah.
And to me, what you're looking at Tatum, which a lot of people are not rating, like we just broke down his points, rebounds, and assists. But what has leveled up this year is his defense.
Yeah.
Man, I'm not clocking that what he did a ridiculously brilliant block on Luka, and it's one highlight. I'm isolating it.
Yeah.
But these are the plays that
late in game as well.
You know what I mean? This is a clutch, and then Jaylen Brown goes on the other end, makes a clutch 3 that basically ices the game, innit? But long story short, Jason Tatum is leveled his game up on both ends of the court, and it's defensively when you're seeing someone say, you know what, like, I know I've improved defensively and still put the effort on the defensive end. And then you see the results of him being able to make crucial plays that win games. That's what won Giannis MVPs. Like, you're looking at when he would do virtually everything. He will be the one making clutch plays at both ends of the court. There's no way to really argue against it when you're number 1 seed. Defensively, you're leveled up. Like, he's always been a good defender. But we're seeing consistency from him now as well.
Yeah, being more aggressive and assertive defensively. And it's one of the ones where it's not like they're the first seed and everyone's just chipping in.
No.
He is clearly the best player. Obviously, yes, his partner in crime has stepped up as well.
Ooh.
Jaylen Brown has stepped up.
25.6, 50% shooting from the field, 6.7 rebounds, 3.4 assists. Yeah, man.
So like I say, I knew Jaylen Brown was going to... One of two things was going to happen. At the start of the season, it was either he was going to go on a mad tear, because he's going to go on a mad tear, or he won't, because of the trade rumor.
I still cannot believe that at some point that was a thing. That after them man making the finals, they were trying to make a move
break it up
to get KD.
And I think the thing is, it had like a double purpose where it's either they get KD and it's great, or this is going to flip the switch of Jaylen Brown because he's going to be like, are you lot taking the piss? Do you know who I am?
He's already pissed off at them because it ain't the first time they've tried to do this though. That's what I'm saying.
Exactly. So it's like he stepped up.
Even you see what he said on Twitter about it. He tweeted SMH.
Yeah. So it's
And
like
that's not good. That your second option, that is a star, like all-star, like to me, on the peripheries of touching that superstar level where I'm like, you are good enough and reliable enough to be that Clay kind of option to Steph on a potential championship winning team. Like, Jaylen Brown's nearly there, you know. Like, I'm worried.
And it's looking
I'm
like
bloody worried, bruv.
the issues that I had in the playoffs with
not looking good,
his
bruv.
handle, it looks a bit more improved. Obviously, we need to see it in a more intense situation because he was against Miami. He was getting back like 4 times by Oladipo, and so it looks like the weaknesses have, been strengthened. So we're gonna see. But I just wanted to give Jason Tatum the flowers and the Celtics.
Yeah.
Yeah,
well,
bun them in it, but keep doing well done to them, bun them. But obviously,
bun the franchise in that.
Bun the franchise.
Another shout out to Joe Mazzulla as well.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, shout out to him.
Come outside. You know where you are, Malika. Come outside. I'm gonna call you at every pod, Malika, until you come outside.
She ain't gonna ever do a post game of the Celtics.
Don't do it.
She can't.
Even I will boo you. And I agree with the Celtics fans and boo you.
With Steph Curry, was it the other day? Post game interview.
Yeah.
I was pissed off.
Steph should have stepped on a hill,
I was
bro.
pissed off.
Made a
So
drop, bro. Step on a foot or
I
something,
think
man.
he should.
Make a drop.
He should. If I was Steph, wherever she asked me, I would have said, "How about Joe Mazzulla? Eh? He's doing good, isn't it?" I would have thrown it in her face.
Yeah.
Gotta do this stuff, man. But yeah, let's get into the last segment of the pod just before we head out.
Yeah, I've got a mini game for the man then, but yeah, we'll drop this segment before we head out. So it's just the redrafting of the 2021 pod. Like, obviously, it is. We had a whole season of the 2021 rookies. Second season, we've got. I mean, I'll label out. I know we went through rookie classes and all that last week, but I'll quickly drop like the top 15. So I can't be bothered to do 30. But I just wanted to know what you guys' thoughts on the top 15 and who you would definitely change out, at least of that in it, and kind of do that. So we got the Pistons who drafted Cade at 1, Rockets drafted Jalen Green, Cavs drafted Evan Mobley, Raptors Scotty Barnes, Magic 5th with Jalen Suggs, 6th Thunder with Josh Giddey, 7th Warriors Jonathan Kuminga, 8th Magic Franz Wagner, Kings drafted David Mitchell at the number 9, Pelicans drafted Zion Williams, who eventually got traded to the Grizzlies at the 10th. Hornets drafted James Bouknight at the 11th. 12th was Josh Primo with Spurs. We know what happened there. 13th, Pacers, Chris Duarte. 14th, Moses Moody. And 15th, Wizards with Corey Kaspertz. So, guys, looking at that list, who goes where in your redraft a year and a few months on?
So,
I think I might still keep. I'm still keeping Cade at 1.
I would.
I'm still keeping Cade at 1 because what I've seen from him,
his efficiencies are really bad this year, though. Like, really bad this year. He's shooting really bad this year. Like, he's still putting up good production, but, like, the efficiency side of it are pretty bad. And I think that's one of the big reasons why the Pistons suck as much as they do right now. But, again, yeah, none. Do you know what, yeah?
For me, though. I think I'll still put in 1 just. Most of it is going based off of what he did last year, because this year, like you said, it's not been quite to the standards where it was.
Because I don't see Cade do anything like exceptional, you know. I think he's a very well-rounded player.
That's what it is. He's very.
But he doesn't do anything like exceptional.
Well, like Paolo has done this year, Banchero.
Paolo, yeah,
so
like
Paolo.
But not even that. Like, I would say, Cade's game is, again, as I said, very well-rounded. He's not like an exceptional athlete. He's a decent passer of the ball. He's not a great shooter.
He's like Lonzo.
Kind of, where he's like a bigger guard, but now like
he can defend fine, he can pass fine.
Lonzo's a good defender, though, I would say.
Yeah,
but yeah.
Lonzo's a very. Yeah.
So you're basically saying he's not elite at anything at this moment in time?
I haven't seen him do anything that makes me suggest. Like, I think he'll still have a very solid career. I just don't see him being like a
superstar.
No, he can. That's the thing. If he shows efficiency, he's going to be one of the better players in the league. It will be one of those weird ones where I'm like, I get you're good, but like if someone said, "What's the best thing you do?" I wouldn't be able to tell you right now. It's a weird one. I'll still keep Cade at 1 just because, again, he's very well rounded. 2, I'm moving Jalen Green out.
Therefore.
And I'm probably putting Scotty Barnes there.
I was going to say
Evan Mobley over Evan Mobley?
The only reason I'll keep Evan Mobley at 3, but the reason I'm even then I might not. The reason I'm putting Scotty Barnes there, bro, he's so versatile.
Mad.
The lineups that the Raptors come out with and the positions that he's playing, he'll be playing point guard one game, shooting guard the next game, small forward, power forward, everything apart from center pretty much.
Yeah.
I've seen him play. For them, he's I would say one of those guys where he's kind of like a Swiss Army knife, innit? Yeah. And I think again once he's able to work a bit more in his shooting,
yeah, that's the only thing I say. Once
I think his game's quite good to the point where I think he probably has a higher ceiling than Cade does.
He's very well rounded though already for a young player. In terms of like his understanding of the like different positions to play at this level, and it's the way that I like he keeps his production. So it's not like anything drops. Yeah. He could play at point guard like he's the next game play at small forward or power forward somehow. But you're like, but his production doesn't drop. There's nothing that really decreases. It's just him in another position guarding another guy. Yeah. So I rate it at this age. It's really good to see.
I definitely put Scotty Barnes to. I put you know who I'd actually put at 3? Yeah.
I feel like you're gonna say someone as me. Go on.
Franz Wagner.
Ooh. Okay.
I'd put Franz Wagner as 3.
Nah.
Jalen Green as 4.
You're
moving nuts.
bugging.
You're moving nuts.
Evan Mobley at
I have
5.
to intervene.
You are
I have to
what?
intervene. So, I'm going.
I'm definitely putting Franz Wagner at 3.
I'm going Josh Giddey at 3.
I'm putting Mobley at 3.
Josh Giddey at 3. Evan Mobley at 4. Wagner at 5. The reason I'm putting Wagner at 5 is because, again, I think he's a very, very good player. But what I've seen, like, people really sleep on Giddey because he's not the primary ball handler in OKC, and obviously Shea's having a great season. But Giddey's nice, man. He's very, very nice. I don't know what
Shooting form is arse cheeks.
A little bit, yeah.
Oh my God.
I don't know what the move is with OKC moving forward with Shea. I think they're gonna do everything they can to keep him.
They should.
As long as he's happy, I don't see why he's gonna go. And if he becomes an all-star, I really don't think he's going anywhere. But if Giddey continues working on his game, which he's been doing, he's a very technically sound player though. Like he's a great passer, like great ball vision. I saw great court vision. So I said ball vision. Pause. I saw LeBron come out and talk about Giddey in an interview, saying how like he can see the game. He sees things happening before they happen. Like he's like, I super respect this guy. KD was talking about him as well, saying how much he respects his game and stuff like that. I think Giddey's one of those guys. If again those things that we talk about as well, and again it's only his second year in the league, but if his efficiencies can go up, and I think he can get a bit more assertive because I do think he's quite passive.
Yeah, he's very passive.
Get a bit more assertive with the game, and I think that'll just come with time and confidence. I think he might have one of the brightest futures out of all of them. So
this guy silently just gets triple dubs.
Often as well, bro.
He is an outstanding young player. Like I just spoke about how well rounded Scotty Barnes is. Like there's elements to the game that Josh Giddey is very good at a very young age. He might be 19 turning 20 or one of the two. He's still very young. But what I like about Giddey is the way he plays the game. He just sees things like you said about what other people don't. And it's very good to have that at a young age because that's something that will never leave you. Being able to have that ball vision, as Cam would say, court vision, and like you're saying, he's got someone. I don't know how much hand in hand this goes, but Shai's definitely improved this year. Giddey's been a big part of that and being able to make sure that he dishes out a lot and sees that when Shea's free or is in a better position to take a shot. So I think Giddey would definitely move up. Him being drafted at 6, looking back at it, is...
I'm moving Jalen Suggs down.
Defo.
Yeah, I'm Jalen
down.
I got Franz at
Green
5.
is still down.
Yeah.
I don't even know where he's going.
So I've gone Cade. Barnes. Cade, Barnes, Mobley, Giddey, Wagner. I'll probably put Jalen Green at 6. Might keep Kuminga at 7, even though I haven't seen a great deal out of him.
I don't think.
But this is where the draft gets a bit. Trey Murphy, I'd probably move up to the top 10 pick. He's currently at 17. Herbert Jones, I'd probably move into probably the lottery, maybe top 15 pick. He's currently second round, 35th pick. But then
maybe even Ayo Dosunmu. I'll move him up.
Move him up as well, 100%.
Yeah, I think why not put Franz Wagner at 3? I don't know. Mobley will be 4, and I'll put Josh Giddey at 5 and Jalen Green at 6.
Yeah. Might move up Treyman.
Treyman will get moved up.
But continue to look at these now. Like Sengun, I'll probably keep in. Move him down, move him higher up into the draft. Duarte, I'm keeping out. Like I don't understand why the Pacers said, "Yeah, let's go draft a 25-year-old in the first round." Do you know how mad that is, bro?
Yeah.
So yeah, Moses Moody probably keep him at 14. Corey Kispert wouldn't even be in the first round.
Yeah.
Kai Jones, haven't seen a great deal out of since he's been in Charlotte. Jalen Johnson, I don't think he's been getting many minutes. Keon Johnson, I have no idea. I think is he still at Portland? He was with us, and then we traded him to Portland to get Norman Powell, but I haven't seen him play much over there. Josh Christopher, I'd probably move up as well. To be fair, he's given. Like,
Yeah, no,
the
he's been
opportunity. He plays pretty
decent
well for
production
Houston,
actually. Yeah.
He got drafted in a very good situation actually. Bones Highland, 100% is going to be a top 10 pick.
Wow, yeah,
100% is going to be a top 10
Bones
pick.
Highland.
I can't sleep on that. Cam
Where did
Thomas, I'll
Bones
probably
get
move up.
drafted?
Who you say?
Where did Bones?
He was 26. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No, Sean Highland.
No, Sean.
Yeah, I already said Herb Jones.
But it does show how much it would change
I would
already.
take out Daron Sharp wouldn't be in this draft.
Where was he? Second round pick or
First
pick?
round, 29.
It doesn't really matter, bro. It's just 29th pick, innit? Like,
Nah, he'll be second round, 51.
I didn't see your point though. Yeah, 100%. Like, so Jalen Suggs would still be a first round pick, but he wouldn't be like a top 10 in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
But same with David Mitchell as well. Like,
I think, to be honest, I think his college, I don't know if they got to
Who
the.
you talking about? Suggs?
No, sorry, David Mitchell, because they got to the semis, or I don't know if they got to the final four, didn't they?
I don't
That's
think
what-
they did.
Because I know everyone
Did
was
they
comparing him
go
to
To Donovan Mitchell.
Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah,
I remember
he
they got
was at,
quite far.
Baylor, I think. I think he was at Baylor.
Yeah, it was at Baylor, yeah.
Do you remember where they got that year?
No, I do.
Because I know they did quite well enough where he was getting televised and everyone was kept comparing him.
The thing with him though, he's a 6'1" point guard who's not really a point. He's like a 6'1" shooting guard. He's very, very similar to Donovan Mitchell, except he hasn't got any of Donovan Mitchell's like scoring potential.
Scoring, yeah.
He's a defender, but you're 6'1", bro.
Mm.
Like Pat Bev has somehow made a career out of it, innit? And I think a lot of that is the fact that he talks a lot of shit as well, innit? Like you're gonna have to be
Keep
a bit
yourself relevant.
a bit more vocal. Do you know what the thing is? I don't watch Sacramento, innit? So for all I know, he could be having an amazing season. But for now, I'm not like crazy hung up on it. James Booknight, aka falls asleep in his car with a gun.
Andreas.
And Doritos, sorry, yeah, that too.
Says it all.
Stoner potential, stoner mentality. Zaire Williams, I see bright sparks out of him from Memphis sometimes. Like-
He's just not consistent enough for me to see where he would be in about 5 years' time. And I think that's when I break down drafts. I like to look at players that will still be around. Hence, coming off last week's topic about are some players coming in too early. I look at how they'll be in 5 years. Like who will be in the league? Who will still be making an impact? Who will be elevating? So because obviously we've got a lot of young players under 25 that are just next gen superstars in the Tatums, the Lucas. Who in this draft do you reckon could be 4 or 5 years time? We're looking at
David
best.
Mitchell's having a stinker this season.
What's he doing?
6 points, 1 rebound, 2 assists.
That's what I'm saying. And this guy was this 9th pick.
Who do you reckon out of this draft that would be 4 or 5 years time could be one of the best under 25s?
I'd say I'm going Josh Giddey. I'd say if I have to pick 3, Josh Giddey, Scotty Barnes, and Evan Mobley. Like I said, I think Cade could definitely do it. But I look at definitely Josh Giddey and Scotty Barnes, I think, have the highest potential out of everyone in this draft.
Yeah.
And I think it's that thing of being, like, both of them are like 6'8", right?
Mm.
Giddey's a point guard, shooting guard. Scotty Barnes is like a 1 through 4, really. He's like a 3 or 4 naturally, but he plays 1 through 4. Like, I think that versatility one means that, you know, you can be slotted in at various positions within the game of basketball, innit? Like it's not an easy thing to find a guy and say, I need you to play 1 tonight, but then when we're going up against this team, I need you to play the 3. Like, not a lot of guys can do that, and I think great defender from him as well. Already at a young age, Scotty Barnes is a very good defender.
Oh, yeah. Very, very good defender.
Yeah, I definitely think those two have the highest potential. People were saying that before, that Jonathan Kuminga could definitely like be something.
Yeah, he's just because
Yeah,
he's
it's
so
he rushes things a lot, and he kind of, I think because he doesn't have like a jump shot to rely on, so he does a lot of erratic things.
He's athletic though.
Yeah, he's mad athletic, but there's some, like I said, there's some plays where they're called for him, and instead of him taking like a midi or a nice open shot, he is like gone just straight to the rack. But he has a high potential, and I'm rooting for him, man. I was about to call him his nickname, but that's too mad. But yeah, I'm rooting for him, man.
yeah, no, you can't be calling other McGren, man. That's crazy.
That's the man's indeed. If you lot don't know his nickname, go and search it, because I ain't
Go
saying
Google that.
I ain't saying that at all.
All right, final thing before I go. It's a game that I thought of, but let's see how you're going to take it. So,
I should have made a
I'm going to select 5 random games during the week. Yeah? And we are going to make our choices.
Okay.
Between now and next week, we'll put in £5 each in the pot.
Okay.
So the winner takes £15.
Big money.
So live on air, I'm going to pick the 5 games, and then you man let me know what. It's just win or loss. So nothing else to it. Just who will win, who will
Is it
lose.
every week? Is it every week?
You can start doing it every week.
Nah,
and
we're
No,
just
not
doing it
every
for
week
this week.
because that end up being a lot of money, you know. niggas got winning to pay.
got that's to catch up with already. You know what I'm saying?
£5 to me
Alright.
right now is
It's a lot.
it's crucial, you know.
It's a lot. All right, so we're going to start with Saturday's game. Bucks and Cavaliers.
Bucks.
Cavs. Where is it?
So the Bucks are going to Cleveland. So
Cavs.
Rod, who you got?
Bucks win by 4.
Bucks by 4.
We have to say the deficit as well.
Mm-hmm.
Cavs by 10.
I'm going to
But
go...
if something changes, like someone's injured, for example, if it's
No.
Giannis, is
No,
like-
you
No. It is.
Because it could happen to both of us, innit? So
Yeah, it is literally, it is what it is. I got Bucks
Why you so
by 2.
Rennie said £5. That's 2 guests.
All right.
That's $2 of chicken and wings and out.
Yeah, man.
I'm even mad at it.
Yeah, man. In this cost of living crisis.
All right.
I can do this every week if I win it.
Crazy.
Let me get a very tricky one. Nets and Trailblazers
Ooh, in Portland.
in Portland.
In Portland. Trailblazers by 4. Even though I think the Nets should win that, I'm still going Trailblazers by 4.
I've got the Trailblazers by 10. I think they'll smoke y'all.
Damn.
Nets win by 2.
You know, sometimes, yeah, you can't keep letting your bias overtake your decision making.
I'm just saying Nets win by 2.
And you think that not because you're a Nets fan, not
No.
because that's what you want to happen.
No, not because what I want to
That's-
happen is for us to win by 15.
Okay, but you think you'll win by
I
2.
think we'll win by just because. No, I think we'll win by 2 because we'll let a lot of points in, but KD will hit a clutch 3 to bring us up.
Okay.
It'll be like a 5-point game.
Mm-hmm.
He has a clutch 3. Damian Lillard misses off the rim, left side.
There's a lot of detail.
Claxton. Sorry, I'm talking about thing. Royce O'Neal gets the rebound and game done.
All right, Rod.
If that exactly happens, yeah.
I'll give you £10.
Okay, come on.
That's 4 boxes of chicken.
Suns and Jazz
In Utah.
in Utah.
Suns win by 6.
Suns by 10. Suns by 10. I think Utah have used up all their magic for the season. And I think Mikal Bridges is about to lock up Larry Bird.
I think Utah will steal it. We'll go there and win by 2. I think Utah will steal it and win by 2.
Okay.
I think it's just all right, we've got 2 more left. What have we got? Who should I pick? Pelicans, Raptors. Yeah, this one's. I like these trickier ones.
Pelicans.
Yeah,
Where is it? In Toronto?
It is in Toronto.
Yeah, Pelicans.
Oh no, wait, Siakam's still out. But yeah, Pelicans win.
Yeah, but what? By what though?
Like
That's it.
10 plus.
I'll say Pelicans by 4.
What are you saying, Cam?
Pels by 10. Did a lot of 10s, man. Jesus Christ.
it's your third 10, bro.
Yeah.
I go Pels by 3. Yeah, because these are the kind of ones that will catch us out. That's why it's part of the game. All right, and then these 2 teams are on the mud. Warriors and Bulls. Next Saturday.
No, we can't do that one. It has to be within this week, innit? By the time we next record.
Oh, by the time next week, I'll allow you.
Allow me. Allow me.
Allow me. I'll allow myself. Who we got? Bucks and Mavs.
In Dallas?
In Dallas.
I think Giannis is gonna. It's gonna be a close one. I'm going Bucks by. What have I already got?
By 10 again.
No. Bucks by 5.
Bucks by 5.
Yeah, and that game's close, and then Giannis says, "Nah, bun it." Switches on to Luka, and puts him in his pocket.
Yeah, us. Bucks by 3.
I'll say Bucks by 1. Game winner.
Ooh, but everyone thinks the Bucks are gonna win.
Yeah. If Dallas win, that just messes everyone up. All right, that's the end of the game.
Who
So it's whoever has the most wins.
wins?
So like if it's like 3-3 each, then it's whoever was closest. So like the margin was the closest.
Okay, yeah, I see.
That's why you have to do the margin, and then one of us is going to win £15.
Interesting.
So yeah, we'll see. It's a debt collector one. So it'd be nice.
Alrighty.
We don't condone betting, by the way.
No,
Yeah,
we
no,
do.
it's
I do.
just
I do. Get at me.
Come find me.
just an announcement. Next week we won't be recording.
No.
We won't be recording next week. We'll be back the week after. So this episode will come out. Yeah, it'll be out in it.
Catch us outside.
Yeah,
baby.
it'll be out. So we won't be recording next week. But if you want part of this game, not saying you're gonna get St. P's, but if you want part of this game, and you continuously, you're involved, you come on the pod. Maybe end of the season you might get a little sign.
Out of Rodney's pocket, I ain't paying.
Definitely out of Rodney's pocket.
Whoa. But when I say little sign, I said emphasis on the little. What, it can't contribute to Haribo's? No.
You said that.
little, even meal deals right now are too expensive.
That's gone up, bro.
It's gone up, man. Yeah, cost of living's mad. So yeah, we need you lot to run up these numbers so Studio can pay for itself, bro. Make sure you follow us on all socials, like, comment, subscribe. At Take It to the Rim podcast on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. At Take It to the Pod on Twitter. Share it, wear it, care about it, and man, that's about it. I didn't miss anything, did I?
No, we are good as usual. Over and out, baby.
Sign out.